Whatto chaps, I'm Magical Mike and I'm going to try and attempt to tell you how to find and play with your friends in Guild Wars 2. So the first thing you'll find when you log in is this, the server selection once you've made a character, or even before. Now this is important, you need to select something that you're going to play on permanently, as it will cost real money to swap these servers later on. You can select all the different servers from that drop down menu there, and it will show you what the population is and all sorts of things. Bear in mind this is important, it will cost you money to change this later on, it will cost you real money, so coordinate with your friends later. As of right now, guesting isn't implemented. So when you get in game, hopefully you'll know your friend's in-game name. If not, then, well, go and find out. Press Y to bring up this contact menu, and you can form a party here and do all that kind of stuff by right-clicking on their name. You'll also be able to type their name into that search bar to add them as a friend. You can also form parties on the fly by pressing P or hitting the arrow next to this little portrait here. If you've got somebody selected, then it will fill that name in automatically. Otherwise, you can just type it in manually. If that player's already in a party, you will have to press join, and their entire party will get this membership request, and you'll be able to join them. You can also invite them if they're not in a party, and that individual person will get a request. You can add anyone who is on your server, and it does not matter where in the world that they are at. When you're in a party, you'll be able to see where everyone is in that party by looking at the blue dots on your map. And if you hover your mouse over them, it will tell you which player that dot is. The same method works to see where everyone in your party is, regardless of if they're close or if they're half a world away. But the question does still remain, how do you actually find your friends and meet them in game? It does not matter what race you both pick at the start, you'll both be able to find each other right at the start of the game very easily and play with each other directly after the tutorial. Travelling the world is actually very simple, with every starting area being easily accessible. We'll start with the human area, which is Queensdale, and you'll begin at the village of Shaymore, with the eventual goal being getting you to Lion's Arch to meet up with your friends. Lion's Arch serves as the main hub of the game, which allows travel to each of the race's main cities, which in turn are right next to the race's start areas. So if you don't already know about waypoints, we just saw one. These blue diamonds on the map are such things, and you can use these to fast travel to anywhere in the world where you've unlocked them for a variable fee, depending on the distance that you're actually going. Each of them have unique names and can be linked in chat by shift-clicking them on your map. If somebody does link one, then you can click on it in the chat to be shown where it is and be asked if you want to travel there, but only if you've unlocked it. So as a human, you'll need to go north from your starting area towards Divinity's Reach, which is your main city. I'll leave the main exploration to you, as all of these cities are seriously incredibly well crafted. Our destination for now though is the very middle of the city, known as the Orrery. You'll find a purple icon, which is an Asura gate, which for all intents and purposes is a teleportal to another area. All of the main cities have such a portal, and all of them will take you to the exact same place, right here in Lion's Arch, which, as I said earlier, acts as the game's main hub city. At Lion's Arch, you'll arrive at the Gate Hub Plaza waypoint. All of the portals to the other cities are located right here. I'd suggest meeting your friends here if you don't know your way around much, but as long as you know where you came from, you can easily backtrack to your own starting area for free, or you can even waypoint there for a small fee. Next, the Asura. If you've made one of these characters, you'll be starting at the Metrica province area near the Soren Drar waypoint. If you look to the west, you'll see the portal to your city, Ratasum. Once you're in there, you'll run past the Metrical Court waypoint, northwards to the Magistan waypoint. I've pronounced that terribly, but you get the idea. The Lion's Arch portal is also right here. Try not to get confused though with the several different Asura gates all over the place, but it's right there. If you've made a Charr, you'll start in the plains of Ashford next to the Smokestead waypoint. Heading southwest you'll run into the Black Citadel, the mechanical monstrous Charr home city. You'll run past the Heroes Waypoint and skirt around the north edge of the Imperator's Core, heading west to the Asura portal. Maybe you'll even run into a random guild member while you're at it. Now I am making this video because it isn't too common knowledge about how easy it is to get around the areas, so this is essentially the exact reason why I'm showing you how easy it is to go and meet up with your friends. It takes 5 minutes, it doesn't cost any money, it's worth doing it to play with your friends, you'll have more fun doing it, trust me. So if you've made a Sylvari, they'll start in the Caledon Forest close to the Asteria waypoint. If you head south, you'll enter the Grove, the main city, if you can call it that, for this race. Follow the path southwards and hug the left wall to find the Asura portal, although try and be careful not to fall through the gaps in the paths, otherwise you'll find yourself deep in the undergrowth if you even survive the fall. Bear in mind you should also at least try and explore all these places too, because they're all incredible. So finally, if you've made a mighty Norn, you'll start at the Wayfarer Foothills area with the Horncall Gather waypoint right next to you. If you head northwest, that will take you to the glorious settlement of Holbrack, where you'll probably spend 90% of your in-game time in it if you enjoy it as much as I do. I'm joking, but I do love the Norn. You'll probably not spend that much time around here. Anyway, make your way across the wooden bridge to the ramp and head up a level. You would have headed west if you followed this bridge. Once you're up the ramp, if you head a little further west, you'll find the Asura portal to Lion's Arch for this city. So, there you have it. If you don't know how to find your friends, or they don't know how to find you, now there's no excuse. I hope I've helped you guys find your way around a little, because I want everyone to play with each other as much as you do. That, and I cannot wait to see racial diversity wherever I am in the game. Cheers.